Alright, how y'all doing? This is going to sound really, really weird. This is about intolerance. Not food intolerance, right? The poison was not the cure. I've had a brutal day today for one stupid reason. There are some foods out there that I just can't seem to eat. But my God, sometimes I really like them. This ain't like lactose intolerance. Dude, if I was lactose intolerant, I would cry. Or like, if I couldn't eat, you know, like gluten or whatever, I would probably cry. But I'm a fat guy in a skinny guy's body. I love food. These things aren't really, they're not top on my list, but they end up in a lot of foods and a lot of things that I quite like. And for the longest time, I've been kind of just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, just to try and, you know, build up a bit of a tolerance to it. Apparently, no. So, I can't eat onions, mushrooms, and weirdly enough, I can't seem to drink vodka. Just takes a shot of vodka and I will be flat out on the floor. Onions, that's in pretty much everything. I can handle, like, I don't know, a McDonald's cheeseburger's worth of onions. But much more than that, oh, no. Mushrooms, largely the same. You know, mushrooms end up in loads of stuff, and you know, sometimes you can just pick around it, but sometimes there's just foods that you eat that just they are so much better when you add in like the caramelized onions or whatever. You're just like, oh yeah, fucking fantastic. I can normally avoid it. I'll have enough just to make me feel a bit unwell. I'm fine with that. If it tastes good enough, I don't mind feeling a little bit like groggy, like having a bit of a groggy gut or whatever, but yesterday, my mother-in-law got me a hot dog. She went out bowling with the family. The wife went out, the two boys went out, mother-in-law went out, and she brought back some food. She brought me back a hot dog and chips, and she put onions on it. Now, I weren't going to turn down a free hot dog. Like I say, I love food, especially junk food. I fucking love this stuff. And I ate this hot dog. And it tasted fucking fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. The onions were just right. Just right. But I didn't feel particularly well afterwards. And then today, we decided rotisserie chicken was going to be a thing. We would prep a chicken and we'd have that. And the wife, she knows I can't eat onions, but she wouldn't serve it. She just wants to like have the food prepped with onions or around onions, or we often give them, like, I get a separate portion or whatever, but she just gave me a piece of this onion. It came out really, really well. Like just an actual like layer of the onion. And I just put it in some bread and just ate it. Delicious. Fucking hell though. Oh my God. We got a call from my mum later on in the day asking if, you know, I wouldn't mind helping her out with some shopping. Just, you know, going to a local supermarket and helping her out. And I swear, you think, oh, so what you're saying is you had to run backwards and forwards to a toilet. No, it's not like that. It's bizarre. It's like I'm drunk or having an anxiety attack. Like, mash those two together And that's almost what it's like. I felt fucking brutal. Dizziness, feeling like I wanted to be sick, just like feeling really panicky. Maybe the panic attacky bit is probably just because I feel so grog, you know, like you're not completely in control kind of thing, you know, lightheaded, dizzy, queasy, just not great at all. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I was originally thinking, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm walking through this supermarket. Just like, I swear, it's like I drank a bottle of scotch. I wasn't, like, acting drunk. It wasn't like I was slurring words and all that kind of stuff. But you know that heady feeling you have after you've had a little too much to drink? That, my God. And all over some fucking onion. But it tasted so good. As I said, the poison was not the cure. Trying to have just little bits of whatever to build up a tolerance. Absolutely, I was just like, yeah, this is all right. I'm not feeling as bad anymore. And then just this last 2 days, I went overboard. I mean, I might just be sick. Maybe I have built up a bit more of a tolerance to onion or whatever. But, oh, mate. And I come home. I went out twice today, helping Mum with shopping. And I come back home. Mum went home. I come home. And for the longest time, I just wanted to just lay on the sofa and just stare at the ceiling. It's almost like how my mate Ram suffered initially with VR motion sickness, and Zaber did as well, I believe. It's how they all explained VR motion sickness to me. That's kind of how I felt. Which is really groggy and not pleasant. And so I've done nothing all day. Well, it's not entirely true. When I started to kind of get my groove back together, I managed to take the dog out. And we actually met some really cool fucking people tonight. Met an old boy soldier. Did not look as old as he said he was. Told us some nice stories. I got to hug his doggo. Gorgeous wee doggo. I couldn't even think of what breed the wee doggo was. Imagine just a pure black Alsatian, long fur. Well, not long fur, but puffy. Fluffy. Really cute dog. Really great conversation. And then just kind of waddling home, just like, I just felt like such a zombie. But I've just done Ran Nerds podcast. I still feel a bit kind of heady now, but it must be really terrible if you're like lactose intolerant, or like my wife is. I think they said she was a celiac, but they did things for her. No, that was it. So my wife had to have surgery years ago to have her gallbladder removed. And it turns out that she probably didn't actually need to have her gallbladder removed. It caused loads of complications. Turns out she just had like an eating problem. Like she couldn't process certain foods. She definitely couldn't process certain foods after they took her fucking gallbladder. But like, she's not to eat an absolute butt ton of stuff. And I could not imagine what it's like to be like celiac, lactose intolerant, all these other things. Because I understand why some people get fat. Food is fantastic. I get it. You're supposed to like food because you need food to live. But not being able to have like breakfast cereals with milk. I mean, if you're a vegan, that's something you've done by choice. But for it to not be a choice, man, must be miserable. I mean, a lot of vegan-y stuff I can't have because they chuck fucking onions in it for flavour. And by the way, just actually going on to that whole thing with being vegan, really, in my opinion, that's not hard. Being vegan isn't hard because the majority of the stuff you eat isn't actually meat or dairy. It just isn't. It's a very small amount of what you eat on the daily is meat and dairy and all that kind of stuff. Like, it has animal product in it. It's a lot harder if you're going like, oh, I don't want to eat anything with like thickening agents and stuff like that in it, but it's not hard to do. I don't like vegan. Plant-based, I'm fine with, but given we are thinking about changing up what we eat in the next month, it must be brutal though if you can't eat it. I wonder if there's like, what is one thing that people would like really like they just can't have? How bad would it be if you're a wee baby, wee child, and you're allergic to all the cool shit? Because food, man, it can lift you up. It can bring you back down. There's nothing I like. There are, but like one of the things I really enjoy, home cooked meal shared with people you care about. Fucking nothing better. Very few things at that level or better. I'm hoping I've just got like the flu or something. It just sucks balls. But the onion hasn't helped. All that time thinking, yep, I'm building up a tolerance, and it's potentially done fuck all. Well, I'm gonna head off. Sluggish as fuck. Hope you're well. I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. Probably shouldn't have pushed it with the amount I'd eaten over the last couple of days, but fuck.